Once upon a time, in the pages of forgotten history, there was a king who ruled for just 7 days. Yes, only 1 week. His name was Zimri, and his story is filled with murder, power, betrayal, and fire. A story so strange, so short, that even time tried to bury it. But what happened during those 7 days? Why does this name still send chills down the spine of historians? Let's go back nearly 3,000 years to uncover the strange and shocking story of King Zimri, the 7-day king. Zimri wasn't born into royalty. He wasn't part of a royal bloodline. He was a military commander, serving in the ancient kingdom of Israel around the 9th century BCE. At that time, the kingdom was full of tension. Corruption was everywhere. The kings drank heavily, trusted the wrong people, and led with arrogance. The king Zimri served under his Elah, son of Baasha. Elah was known for being lazy and drunk, a weak leader in a time when strength was everything. Zimri had been watching. He had ambition. He had power. And most of all, he had patience. Then one night, the opportunity came. Elah was drunk, alone in a private home in Tirzah, the capital city. Zimri walked in, no guards, no resistance, and killed him. Yes, Zimri assassinated his own king. And just like that, he declared himself ruler. Imagine the scene, a sudden shift in power, fear spreading to the palace halls, servants whispering his name. Zimri thought he had won. He had the throne. He had the crown. But that victory would last only 7 days. Zimri made one fatal mistake. He thought fear was enough to rule a kingdom. But the people, they didn't see a hero. They saw a traitor. And worse, there was someone else watching, someone with more power and more support. His name was Omri, another commander in Israel's army. Unlike Zimri, Omri had the loyalty of the troops. When he heard about Elah's murder, he refused to accept Zimri as king. Omri quickly gathered his army and marched toward Tirzah. In just a few days, Zimri went from king to cornered. Even the people turned against him. They didn't want a king who got the crown through blood. They remembered his violence, not his vision. Zimri knew his time was up. Trapped inside the royal palace, he made a decision that would shock the world. An echo through history. He set the palace on fire, with himself inside it. Yes, Zimri burned himself alive. In just 7 days, his rule was over. His story finished in flames. So, why do we still talk about Zimri today? Because his short reign tells a timeless story. A story of ambition without support, of power gained through violence, and of how quickly fear turns into failure. Even the Bible mentions him, calling him a man who did evil and faced a terrible end. Zimri had no allies, no legacy, and no one to carry his name forward. His rule was fast and forgotten, but his fall, that became a warning for generations to come. It shows us that power taken by force never lasts. He may have worn the crown, but in the end, the fire took it all away. So that was the story of King Zimri, the shortest reign of any king in Israel's history. A tale of murder, betrayal, fire, and fall. Most people have never heard of him. But now you know the truth. Do you think Zimri was just a power-hungry traitor? Or was he just a piece in a bigger, darker political game? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you love hidden history, dark truths, and stories that time tried to erase, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because we bring you the stories the world forgot, only on the Forgotten Past.